A very warm good afternoon and welcome back to the Invertis talk show. I am Siksha Chetri and I feel truly honored and privileged to welcome a new guest in our talk show. Let's welcome our esteemed guest who is a remarkable blend of grace and intelligence, Ms. Bhavna Juneja.
Thank you so much, Shiksha, for having me. I'm truly honored that you took the time to reach out to me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Bhavna Juneja is the global CEO of Infinity, a Stanford technology company, a woman and minor-owned IT services firm with global footprint across New America, Europe, and Asia. She took over the role of CEO in 2022 and brings with herself a rich experience of 26 years in recruitment, training, and technology across the UK, USA, Canada, and India. Without any delay, let's move into the conversation of ambition and inspiration. So, ma'am, my first question to you is, what was that thing that inspired you to take that very first step into the world of business?
So, I come from a business family, and when I was growing up, I have always seen my mother, in an entrepreneurial role. Even though she did it at a very small level, and that was mainly to, take care of her children, being she was a single mom. Being very shy as a teenager, she used to send me door to door to do sales. And that's when I understood that, if you can sell well, you can also be a very good business person. And at the age of 17, then I started my own business in India.
Indeed, a visionary step it was. Ma'am, you initially began as a receptionist and eventually went on to owning the company. What fueled your determination to climb so quickly and remain resilient throughout the process?
So when I went to the US, I was 21 years old. And being that I have done interior designing in India, which was one of my vocational courses, when I went to the US, I saw that, every rich person's wife is either a fashion designer or an interior designer. So I got an opportunity with a company, which was a startup IT company. And they said, sit at the reception and listen to calls. But I told them that, I want to do sales. And the owner was like, no problem, you go ahead and do your sales. And within 6 months, I bought them a Caterpillar, which is one of the largest companies, throughout the world. And in 2 years, when I took over the company, I understood that, being a girl from India and going to a different country, it's not going to be a joke. It's going to be a lot of roller coaster ride. But I think that I was strong, and I fell many times. There were a lot of failures, but I was determined that I need to grow and I need to provide a lot more employment to people like myself, especially women, who really need that platform and need wings to fly. So that's what keeps my resilience going all the time.
Okay. So, ma'am, what was your vision behind founding Infinity and how do you think over the years it has evolved under your leadership?
So I am actually one of the founding members of Infinity, which was in 2013. And at that time, I was very intrigued with the healthcare industry and the infrastructure industry. And being that I have a background in IT for the last 28 years now, I wanted to build something different. I wanted more customer centric company. So I founded Infinity. I started with US, then ventured into Canada, UK, Poland, Dubai, India, and there's never been any looking back. One of the most important verticals that I had started was the personality development and communication wing, where I started by counseling students, who are either immigrants or are US citizens but are not able to present themselves, once they actually finish their graduation. And that kind of, I found my baby in that. And that has kind of grown over the years. And I've, myself and my team have kind of trained about, I think, more than 30,000 students now. So we're very proud that we have affiliations in US, Canada, and India with named universities.
Yes. So, ma'am, throughout your journey, what were some of the biggest hurdles you faced as a woman building a tech company in male dominated industry?
I think I will have a laundry list of challenges and hurdles. But one of the things that I've always seen is that challenges and hurdles come in every stream, whether you're
Of
doing a
course.
job, whether you're a housewife, or whether you are in your work or entrepreneurial journey. But the only thing that kind of, I kept motivating myself, and this is a very funny thing, that while I was growing up, I always used to see my mother in front of the mirror and motivate herself. I'm looking good, I can do this. And that is something that till today I do, that I motivate myself, that even if anybody says no, nothing worse is going to happen. It's only going to be a next opportunity for me, which is the full form of no. And to me, end is nothing but effort never dies. So I continue to keep putting effort. And of course, there are low moments. I'm not going to say that, I'm God and I don't
Yes.
feel bad, but it's just that, you have to get up, you have to press the reset button, and then you have to move on. And once you move on, you yourself get that confidence that yes, the next opportunity is on the table. You just have to look at it, and you have to grab it.
Of course, challenges comes and go, but
Yes.
your dedication paved the way. And ma'am, during your ups and downs, was there someone who stood behind you, supported you, and truly rooted for your success?
So one of the most important person in my lives that has been a rock, for me, is my daughter. She was actually 6 when I got separated, and very quickly she took the role of my, support, my partner, and she helped me raise my son. I don't think I've ever gone to school, my son's school at all. She was the teacher. She was the signer on all of his grades. I lost my mother, 20 years back, and she was a big pillar of support for me. And I feel that that one person who has always rooted for me is my daughter. And then very soon my son joined that journey as well. And today I have two rock solid left and right hands, my son and my daughter, who have always been very pivotal in my journey.
Indeed, an incredible twist in the story where
Yes,
your daughter and son taking up that role
yes,
of the supporter.
yes.
Okay, ma'am, if you could go back in time and give a message to your younger self, what would it be? Any message or advice you wish you could have heard it earlier?
I would say that I wouldn't be that scared, and that shy. Because when I look at myself now, I'm like a fearless lioness. I really wish that I was that kind of a kid while growing up as a teenager. I used to always kind of, hide behind my mother, so to speak, and I didn't have many friends. But again, I found passion in my work, but I really would tell my younger self to be more outgoing, more social. That takes you a long way, as much as your entrepreneurial journey does.
But I'm sure young Bhavna will truly be joyed to know what she has accomplished all till today.
Absolutely, absolutely.
There are a lot of women who look up to you as a role model. Any message you would like to share with them?
You are the CEO of your own life. Do not let anyone tell you that you are less. Because if you put that, mindset that I can do it, there is nobody that can stop you. Even can't has can in it, and then the T comes. So, like I said, get up, start, and then there was be never no and nothing looking back.
Truly inspiring. Ma'am, are you involved in any of the social works?
Yes, actually, many. In US, I am associated with Global Organization of People of Indian Origin. We are a platform that brings in all of the other smaller non-profits together. We raise money for them, whether it's for abused women, whether it's for education, whether when the war was happening, we sent containers worth of food. When COVID happened, we distributed meals and foods to everyone. And the same thing, that I've also been involved in a lot of charity. I do a lot of charity for education. I've adopted 5 children in Bareilly itself, from a school which is for disabled children. And my passion is always towards making sure that education is given to everyone, and transformation right every kid has.
Truly inspiring. Moving a little away from our interview, ma'am, would you like to share your beauty tips with girls like us? Like the way you carry yourself, your personality, dress up, makeups, and all of that.
Yeah. So in my college days, I was involved in a lot of modeling,
Okay.
and I do a lot of research on trends, on beauty trends. I've taken a lot of courses from Chanel, Dior. I just feel that, when you get up in the morning, you have to be enough motivated to kind of coordinate yourself, and don't feel scared of mixing colors. This is one thing that I feel a lot of girls feel scared of, whether it's brighter colors. And I'll tell you a very funny story. When I started in the IT industry is all about black, white, blue, and gray, very charcoaly industry. And I would always wear flashy colors. I would always wear colors where I would turn heads. And that kind of told me that, yeah, you need to play around with colors, and you need to kind of, not feel scared of being that bright person. Like they say, in a darkness, when one bulb comes, the
Hmm.
light shines.
Yes,
The
yes.
same way I kind of, explore that. That kind of, has helped me come a long way.
We'll surely try to follow that. Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming to our studio. Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming to our studio and joining us. It was truly inspiring to hear your story, completely motivational and inspiring for every one of us. And you not only broke the barriers but also set a benchmark for all the women across the globe. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us.
Thank you, Shiksha. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed the interview.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.